A woman has been dating guy after guy, but it never seems to work out. She's unaware that she's actually been dating the same guy over and over, a shapeshifter who's fallen for her and is certain he's going to get it right this time. Horror story or romantic comedy? Emily sat across from him at a table draped in a red satin tablecloth. Her champagne flute remained untouched as she searched for the words to say. "I'm sorry, Jacob, but..." She paused, averting her gaze. "It's not you, it's me." "What do you mean?" "I don't think I'm ready for a long-term relationship. It's just too much right now. You're great, truly, but I think it's best we take a break." "For how long?" he asked. Sadness crept into his voice. She sighed quietly. "I'll let you know. I'm sorry," she said, rising from the table, leaving him alone, head hanging. He watched her go, her heels clicking against the black and white tiled floor of the Italian restaurant. Well, this version didn't work either. Maybe she really wasn't ready for a long-term relationship, he wondered. Or maybe she doesn't realize just how much she needs me. He dropped a stack of money on the table and slipped into the night. Heavy raindrops began to fall as he made his way toward Emily's apartment. Emily tossed herself down onto her couch and pulled her plush robe around herself. She clutched the warm cup of tea between her hands and drank deeply. "This is what I want," she smiled. A quiet scratching turned her head. Probably the storm. She turned to the TV to listen to the home decorator explain their choices for the house they had just flipped. The scratching came again, more urgently this time. She set her tea down, her bare feet whispered across the floor as she made her way to the front door. She had to stand on her toes to see through the small peephole. "I'm just hearing things," she tried to convince herself. Another series of frantic scratching turned her head toward the window. She grabbed an umbrella and gripped it like a baseball bat. Lightning flashed outside her apartment, the brilliant light briefly illuminating a small shape on her fire escape. "Is that..." A quiet meow came from the window as a reply to her question. "You poor thing," she cooed as she opened the window and lifted a soaking wet kitten inside. The cat meowed happily and pressed its head against her plush robe. Emily dried him off and got a small dish of tuna fish for the cat. It didn't have a collar or anything that could help identify who the cat could possibly belong to. "Well, I need to call you something. Any ideas?" "Jacob," the cat thought to himself and meowed again. "How about Hamlet?" Jacob meowed again. "Doesn't matter to me, as long as you love me." Newtown, small and quiet, perfect for my situation. The authorities are after me. They know what I am. Different, a national threat. They're aware of what I've done. If they catch me, it'll be prison or death. the fate of countless others like me. Stray dogs and playing children in the streets. Nervously, avoiding eye contact with the receptionist, I book a room at a guest house and try to sleep for a couple of hours, but to no avail. I get up, shower, put on some jeans, head to a local bar to wind off. Clouds of smoke, full of loud men. Standing at the threshold, I'm about to leave without getting a drink when she comes up from behind me. "Excuse me, are you getting in?" Perfect hair, perfect nose. She smiles uneasily on the first date, eyes darting stealthily towards the door of the French restaurant. On the second date, I channel a German tourist, and she is bored by my stories of Berlin nightclubs and beer festivals. On the third, me as a lumberjack from a neighboring town. This time she seems interested, eyes sliding across my bulging forearms, and she even gives me a peck on the cheek, but she doesn't reply to my message the next day. On the fourth, she asks me to walk her home, and I'm surprised because I, stammering and clumsy, had taken the form of a skinny, bespectacled bookkeeper, a complete loser, but her interest was at an all-time high, giggling and all that, hand resting on my reedy wrist. She invites me inside, a small and clean place, curtains drawn tight. I sit on an armchair and try to calm my excitement. It's a perfect time to show this beautiful woman the truth before things got too heated and she was least expecting it, like so many others before her. I want her to see the real me. As she busies herself in the kitchen, it takes a second to take my true form. Tall and gangly, scarred face, the legacies of many a manicured victim. I take out the little pocket knife and, approaching the kitchen where she is humming, hide it behind my back.